Attached, yeah. I got hoes, you got mans, yeah. Riding through the city, trying to get to where you at. Here's it hurts, this and that. We do this, no strings attached. I got hoes, you got mans. We both know and understand. Here's it hurts, this and that.
Yo, what's good everybody? So in this video I'll be teaching you how you can edit like a task inside of DaVinci Resolve 18. So the first thing you need to do is go ahead and download this folder using the link in the description. And once you have it downloaded, what you want to do next is head into DaVinci Resolve and then hop into project settings, clicking on this little gear icon right here, and then you want to find copy my settings. So the resolution is 2560 by 1440, and obviously you can use 1080p as well if you need. Also you can just go with 4K if you want. And for the timeline frame rate, I'm using 60, and then for the playback frame rate, I'm using 60 as well. That's it for the settings. So now you want to import your song into the timeline. So this is my song, and then you need to mark all the beat drops and the clap sounds on your song. So the beat drops are gonna be used for the kill, and the clap sounds are gonna be used for the syncing the transitions. To make these markers, what you need to do is be on the frame and then hit M on your keyboard in order to make a marker. Alright, so now I can import my first clip into the timeline. So this should be my first clip. Now what you need to do is find out where the palettes appear on your screen. So these are the palettes. Now make a marker, hit M, and drag that marker to be lined up with the beat drop in your song. Alright, so now you need to right click on your clip and click on this thing in order to unlink the clip audio. Go 30 frames to the left from your kill and split your clip on there. So for splitting, you just have to press Ctrl plus space on your keyboard. Now right click on this and make a new compound clip, and now open that in Fusion page and add this preset called the velocity and connect that through media in and out, just like that. Now add an adjustment clip starting from here and short it down like that. Now open that in Fusion page and add this build up. Now for the impact, you need to add another adjustment clip starting with the kill, and obviously you can short it down a little bit. Now open that in Fusion page and add this thing called the impact one. Alright, so now you can trim down your first clip and also the clip audio as well. Now for the sound effects, I'm just gonna be using these two sounds from my presets folder. What you have to do is just drag them into your timeline and line them up with your kill. So the bass switch is gonna go like that, and this one is gonna kind of like this. Yeah, it sounds pretty good, but it's kind of too loud in my opinion, so I'm just gonna put this to something like -8, like that. Alright guys, so moving on to the second clip, this is gonna be the second clip. So like with the previous one, you need to sync that up before doing anything else. So I'm just gonna find the palettes and then I'm gonna sync that up to my beat drop in my song. Alright, so now I link the clip audio, trim down. Don't trim this thing until we add the velocity. So for the velocity, you need to go 30 frames to the left from here and split your clip. Ctrl B for splitting, and compound and open the Fusion page and add the velocity like that. And now add another adjustment clip starting with from this cut, just to add our build up. So now open that in Fusion and add the build up through, connect the nodes, and now add another adjustment clip for the impact. Open that in Fusion page, add the impact through, connect the nodes, and that's pretty much how you do the stuff with the second clip. Alright, so now for the audio, I'm just gonna duplicate these two things from my first clip. So in order to do that, be on the frame where the kill is and select this thing and hit M on your keyboard, and do the same thing with this one too. Now drag this thing to the second kill while holding Alt in your keyboard. Alright, so now for the transition between these two clips, you need to go like whatever the number that this preset says. So I'm gonna add something like a clockwise for this one, so I'm just gonna go 10 frames to the left from here, like that, and add an adjustment clip starting from there, and now trim it down from somewhere like here, and now open that in Fusion page and add the preset and connect the nodes. Alright, so as you can see, it's kind of bright. One is kind of like here, so I'm just gonna make a marker on there. The other one is right here. We already got a marker for that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split my clip on here and gonna make a fade for like 7 frames, and from this side too, and do the same thing with this one too, like that. Moving on to the third clip, this is gonna be my third clip, so I'm just gonna sync my clip as usual. It's the same steps as the previous clips, so it should be like this. And now I link the clip audio, trim it down like that. Now go 30 frames to the left from the kill. Split the clip on there and make a compound clip. Now open that in Fusion page and add the velocity. Now add an adjustment clip starting with the velocity, and another one for the impact, like that. Now open this in Fusion page and add the build up 3. Now for the impact, open the adjustment clip in Fusion and add this preset called the impact 3, just like that, and duplicate the audio from this one, just like that. And now for the transition between these two clips, you can add whatever the transition you want from here, so it doesn't really matter what you're gonna use. I'm just gonna use something like a shake transition. I mean something like this. I'm just using something randomly. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So now we can add the ident. So to add the ident, you just have to decide where you want your montage to be started. So for me, I feel like here is pretty good. So what you need to do is drag in your ident and place it like that. Now move it to the left until you see the zoom out animation in your transition. So it kind of start like right here. So I'm just gonna keep it like that, and it should be lined up with the start of your clip. Now make a fade like this for your clip and for the clip audio as well, and drag the song all the way to the start of the ident and make a fade like this. That's how it's gonna look like. Alright guys, so we're almost done with the montage. So now what we need to do is render this thing out and add the color correction. So for rendering out, head into deliver page, and from here copy all my settings from here. The codec can be H.265 as well, and the encoder should be native as well if you don't have an NVIDIA graphics card, and the resolution should be the ones you selected at the start, and the frame rate should be 60. And once you're all done with the settings, hit add render queue and then you need to press render all from here. So once you got that rendered out, something like this, what you want to do next is open DaVinci Resolve again, open a new project. It's gonna look like this, and now you want to go into project settings and change the project settings to the previous settings that we used in the previous projects. So they're gonna be something like this, and now you can import this video into the projects like that. Now go to Fusion and add this preset called highlight CC. Now connect the nodes together and you'll be all good to go. Now you need to go into render page again and copy my settings from here and just select where you want it to be rendered out, and the name, give it a name if you want, and then add a render queue. Hold on. Alright, like that, and then render all from here. Alright guys, so that's pretty much how you can edit like TASCH inside of DaVinci Resolve 18. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button, and I'm gonna catch you in my next video.